from Miller Park in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tonight, the Pirates take on the Milwaukee Brewers, the middle game of a 3-game series as the Pirates' 3-city 9-game road trip continues. Bucks blanked the Brew Crew last night 7-0. Steven Brault got his first major league win and contributed with a couple of hits, drove in a couple of runs. So a nice win for the Pirates. Greg Brown, John Wayner, Robbie, and Smikowski with you. But John, of course, the Pirates aren't expecting offense from their pitchers. They're expecting offense from guys like Andrew McCutchen, who collected his 24th home run of the year last night, and it's been a long time coming for Kutch.
Yeah, nice to see 3 home runs. The Pirates haven't been hitting many balls out of the ballpark. Andrew McCutchen, like you said, nearly a month since his last home run. I like the fact that he stays inside, gets a pitch that's kind of running in on him. He doesn't try to pull it, hits it into the bullpen. 20th home run here at Miller Park. He's just 1 home run away from 200 for his career. Hopefully this gets him going.
It's been an injury-marred season for Gregory Polanco, but he came out the disabled list the other day, made a couple of starts, had a 3-hit game, day off, and then last night, a couple of more hits for him.
It's important, I think, for him to finish strong. It's been such a disappointing season with the injuries and the lack of production at the plate, and I think the more he gets these hits, 5 in the last 2 games, I think the more confidence he'll have, and I think the more he'll drive it. It is very important for him, I think, to finish this year strong and healthy going into next year.
Garrett Cole has been healthy and strong almost the entire season. Tonight's Pirates starter, the Cole Train. We'll talk about the Bucco right-hander when we continue from Milwaukee next. The 3-game series, Pirates Brewers. Brewers very much in the National League Central Division race, but the Pirates and tonight Garrett Cole to try and slow down the Brewers.
Garrett Cole facing the Brew Crew for the 5th time this year. His last start against the Chicago Cubs, very impressive. 8 innings, just 2 hits allowed, had everything working. Ride the fastball up. He was that little backdoor breaking ball, the weak fly ball to Marte. Garrett Cole fired up, obviously, very fired up with that great performance of 8 innings shutout ball.
Since the All-Star break, In 11 starts, he has a 3.19 ERA, and particularly, John, on the road. Last 9 road outings, 8-0.
Incredible. Only three wins at home, 8 on the road, one of them here in Milwaukee. You see what he did last time against the Brewers. He gave up 4. He only gave up 3 in his previous 3 starts to the Brew Crew. So Garrett Cole, great on the road. Don't know why not as good on the at home.
Brent Suter will be on the hill for the Milwaukee Brewers. And we'll have our first pitch coming up momentarily. But first, back to the studios, a game break, and Rob King. The left-hander, Brent Suter, onto the mound for the 19th time this year, making his 11th start. As you see, the roof open, very pleasant conditions here in Milwaukee. The Pirates trying to make it 2 straight over the Brewers. Check out the RAV4 starting lineup. Jordy Mercer, Jordan Luplow, Andrew McCutchen. You'll see that Clint Hurdle has stacked the deck for the most part with right-handed hitters. Last night, 20th career home run for McCutchen in this stadium. David Freese will bat cleanup. Jose Osuna gets a start at first base. Gregory Polanco, the lone lefty hitter in right. Sean Rodriguez, Chris Stewart, Garrett Cole.
And the lefty, Brent Suter, going for Milwaukee. 3.55 ERA on the year, 18 games. His last time Pirates faced him as a starter not too long ago, July 17th. In that start, he went 4 2/3 inning, gave up 7 hits, just a couple runs. A guy without a fastball. All
without
cutters.
a fastball? What?
Yep. Just throws cutters and slider.
Stephen Vogt will catch him, a veteran, and underway. That looked like a fastball.
That's a cutter.
Oh.
He's a cutter thrower. Also mix in a change and a very rare curveball.
Jordy Mercer leading off against the lefty, and 1 ball and 1 strike. Starling Marte not getting the start tonight. Mercer almost exclusively last year when the Pirates saw a lefty hit lead off. But this year, Josh Harrison, Starling Marte, most of the work. That leadoff spot. 2-2 the count on Mercer, who homered last night. There's Starling Marte the night off. He also homered last night. That is close to being a fair ball, but foul. Chris Guccione over there at third. The home plate umpire Bruce Dreckman. There he is calling the balls and strikes. Milwaukee is the crew chief over at first. Jordan Baker at second, and Guccione at third. To right, and Santana. We will check out the rest of the Honda defense. Domingo Santana just made that catch. Keon Broxton in center. Ryan Braun is in left. Travis Shaw, Eric Sogard on the left side. Neil Walker, Eric Thames on the right side of the infield. And Stephen Vogt, we showed you behind the plate. There is Neil Walker. Recently acquired for the New York Mets. Did not play last night. And Jordan Luplow, who has made 8 starts in right field. And this is second start in left field since coming up to the big leagues. And on the infield, it's Walker or Thames. Thames going to call for it.
That cutter just 86 miles per hour. Not a lot of velocity, but a lot of movement.
How about our Rivers Casino tips to win?
Well, I think because he throws so many cutters, you have to crush the cutter. You hope he makes mistakes with it, leaves it up, and then you can drive the ball, and preferably the home run ball like we saw last night. And Garrett Cole's on the mound. The Brewers have been struggling offensively, so let's keep the Brewers cold.
Ah, I get it.
Thanks for that. Appreciate the help.
Strike on McCutchen. Number 24 last night. One ball, one strike. Two balls in the strike. See, just in case you missed it. Keep the Brewers cold. I wasn't even paying attention. I had my head down.
You didn't? You didn't notice?
I just saw that. You see that foul ball got Bruce Dreckman.
Another cut fastball, and right in the center of the mask.
Well, there's Brent Suter. 1-2-3 after a half inning. Pirates nothing. The Brewers come to bat. Milwaukee here in September. Brewers will come to bat in the bottom of the first. And the Brewers lineup, Craig Counsell is their skipper. They've been one of the surprises in baseball. Eric Sogard getting ready to lead things off, and it's Neil Walker, 4 for 8 in his career against his former teammate Ryan Braun. Travis Shaw follow. Domingo Santana in right. Eric Thames and Stephen Vogt are next. Then it's Keon Broxton and Brent Suter.
Well, Garrett Cole making his 30th start of the year. Probably going to end up with 200 innings pitched. 27 home runs allowed, career high. Pretty good against these Brewers. 3.21 career ERA. 3-3 record. And he will throw to Chris Stewart, which has been the norm of late.
Eric Sogard starting at shortstop. To second baseman Sean Rodriguez. Quick out for Garrett Cole. Just saw Sean Rodriguez for the Pirates and Jose Osuna, the rookie first baseman. His double play partner Jordy Mercer, David Freese at third. Mentioned Jordan Luplow in left. Andrew McCutchen, Gregory Polanco, the other outfielders, and yes, Chris Stewart catching with Osuna getting an opportunity at first base. So Josh Bell does not start against the lefty. For now, a night off, but available to pinch hit certainly. And another switch hitter here, Neil Walker. .356 batting average this season against Pirates pitching.
Lefty, all of his home runs, all 13, coming from this side of the plate.
Last start Garrett Cole had against the Brewers, August the 16th here, and Neil Walker went deep. He's 11 for 30 this year with 4 homers in 8 games, 9 ribbies, .356 in 12 career games against the Bucks. Toward left, Luplow over nearing the line. And in fair territory makes the catch. Cole gets a couple of outs, a ground ball and a fly ball brings up Ryan Braun. Cole, his 12th career start against Milwaukee. Lifetime ERA against the Brewers is .321. And this is his 5th start this season against the Brew Crew. Talk about finishing strong and personal goals by some of these pitchers. We were talking about it. I'm sure you and Joe mentioned in terms of personal goals. Obviously, Stephen Brault was looking for a W last night and got it. His first major league win. And the other day, we were talking about Ivan Nova trying to reach the 30 start mark. Brault in the middle there between Chad Kuhl and Tyler Glasnow. So you try to win for your team, in this case beat the Brewers, but you're also looking for some personal achievements. This is start number 30. Picked off by Freese, and 1-2-3 go the Brewers as Braun bounces to third. 0-0. Why wouldn't you get hitting lessons from Stephen Brault if you're Tyler Glass now, who pitches tomorrow night?
I'll tell you what, a couple good swings from Stephen Brault last night. A big one with the bases loaded. 2 RBI base hit and then a double.
He ripped a double in the 5th and was aboard when Starling Marte homered, and then pretty much, if he hadn't iced the game already with what he was doing on the mound, his 2-run single in the 6th off Jared Hughes made it a 6-0 ball game. Pirates won it 7-0. Couple of strikes on David Freese. Point Park University Instagram sent out last night by Stephen Brault, feeling like a little kid again watching my team secure my first big league win. What a rush. Looking forward to many more. First major league W. His 9th big league start, 2nd this season. 2-2. You see Suter works quickly. Got ahead of Freese. 0-2 now, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Didn't get the call on that 5th pitch. It was at the knees. Well, you know he has a lot of movement. I mean, we're seeing 86, 87, 88 with his cut fastball. A lot of those pitches are in the middle of the plate. And now he goes to the curveball. I mentioned in the 1st he doesn't throw a lot of those. But I mean, you think of a guy that doesn't have a lot of velocity. If you leave that many pitches in the heart of the plate like that, you're going to get hurt. So something about the delivery, something about the movement that makes, especially that cut fastball, difficult to square up.
Starts Osuna off with a breaking pitch. Really speeding up, so Osuna trying to take a breath. '40th start this season for Osuna. .261 hitter when he starts games. Jeff Branson and Jeff Livesey is leaning over the railing, the assistant hitting coach. It's busy enough during the regular season, but man, when you have all these call-ups, it's crowded, and more it's difficult to get time. Those hitting coaches, and pitching coach Stan Kiles, AAA Indianapolis, also next to Livesey. 2-2 on Osuna.
Well, at least we don't have to go to Chicago in September.
That's true. That's a big
even
help,
more difficult.
To the shortstop, Sogard. And don't miss the last Zambelli fireworks night of the year. PNC Park, Friday, September 22nd. Bucks take on the Cardinals. Enjoy a pregame Barrel Kia block party on Federal Street. 7:05 game against the Redbirds. Zambelli fireworks follow, presented by Sugardale. You can get your tickets now at pirates.com/fireworks. Final homestand of the 2017 season. Hard to believe, but next Monday night, the first of 3 with these Brewers, then the Cardinals the following weekend, and the Orioles finish up the home schedule. A 2-game series as Polanco pops it up. And the shortstop, Sogard, and it's an easy 1-2-3 second inning for Suter. 6 up, 6 down for him. I'd like to welcome Atlantic broadband viewers in the Altoona, Pennsylvania area. Thanks for watching and cheering for your Pirates. All of us at AT&T Sportsnet and the Pirates appreciate your support. Garrett Cole faces Travis Shaw to start the bottom of the second. A 90 RBI season, his first year with Milwaukee.
The red black batting gloves. Kind of different for a Brewer.
I think he brought those over from the Red Sox, maybe?
Maybe. Another guy with red batting gloves. Doesn't use them to bat.
The races in the American and National Leagues heating up. Those Red Sox, Shaw's former club, leading at Fenway 3-1 in the second. We'll periodically be giving you scores on the lowdown, the lower left-hand side of your screen. The Cardinals are hosting the Reds tonight. The Chicago Cubs entertain the New York Mets. Brewers are 2.5 back of the Cubs in the Central. And down goes Shaw. First K for Cole. Cubs have Jose Quintana on the mound tonight. And the of course, Nationals the night before last clinched the National League East. So a fairly meaningless game in that regard, hosting those Atlanta Braves. Freddie Freeman with a home run, but home field is now in play because of the Dodgers' misfortunes. Just 3.5 up, I think it is now, on the Nats for the top record in the National League, because Dodgers have lost 11 straight. Take on the Giants tonight. That is a foul ball. A couple of close plays over there by the third base bag.
A little bit of a late call, too.
So again in the West, the Dodgers with the 11-game losing streak, still plenty of distance, not as much as they were ahead August 26th. They're still up by 9 on the Diamondbacks, so no question they're going to win the West. But the question now becomes, can they hold off the Nationals for the top record? And there's another strikeout, back-to-back Ks for Cole.
He got Travis Shaw with a high fastball. I think here he gets Santana with a high changeup. 86 miles per hour around the letters.
It's like Santana saying, what was that? Here's Eric Thames. Not starting much now against lefty pitchers, so he did not start against Stephen Brault. Still impressive with 28 homers, 54 RBIs, maybe not as many as he would like. A bunch of those home runs hit earlier in the season.
It really hasn't been a great RBI guy. With those 54 RBIs, you expect more.
And he'll get one here. Eric Thames on an 0-2 pitch. A no-doubter. Home run number 29, 1-0 Milwaukee.
You have to wonder if he's looking up there. I think for most of the year when the Pirates have faced the Brewers and Eric Thames, they've worked him upstairs. They've pitched him up. He's had trouble with pitches up, especially fastballs up. That one at 94 above the letters, out of the zone, but was able to go up and tomahawk that thing into the second deck.
Popped up left side. David Freese. Well, Cole was ahead 0-2, and Thames went upstairs and hit it upstairs. 1-0 Brewers.
On AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Allegheny Health Network, the largest health system rated #1 in the region for all the things that matter most. And by Kenny Ross Subaru, total confidence pricing. Let's go Bucks!
Sean Rodriguez steps in against Brent Suter. And base hit. Didn't waste any time there. Rodriguez thinking two and then put on the brakes. And he will get back. And Santana got it to it pretty quickly.
You know, he did get to it pretty quickly, and I thought Sean was just going to go ahead and go. I mean, he was very aggressive around first. Santana had a little trouble getting it out of the glove, and that little bit of pause may have allowed Sean to get to second safely. And he was about halfway there, and he figured, well, we better put on the brakes.
Here's Chris Stewart. See, Suter's got a pretty darn good move. "28 years old, 31st round pick 5 years ago out of Harvard." And again, close at first. Now, Pat Murphy, the bench coach, will check.
A little bit late with the tag. Looked like the ball may have beaten him to the bag. Tag was a little late.
Rodriguez can be extra careful here. Now Suter falls behind Stewart 2-0. You always wonder about whether a pitcher's attention might be a bit distracted by that base runner now, even though Rodriguez certainly not a threat to steal.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, obviously has a good move, so he wants to take advantage of it. But yeah, he shouldn't be too worried about Sean Rodriguez taking off anywhere.
But all of a sudden, it's 3-0 once he gets a base runner on. It's the strike. Chris Stewart had been catching Ivan Nova and Garrett Cole. Now basically down to Cole because Nova used Elias Diaz the other day. Still no word on Francisco Cervelli when, if he will be activated between now and the end of the season. And he ends up walking Stewart, so there, whether it's coincidence or not, he went from throwing a ton of strikes rapid fire to all of a sudden, after some throws over to first base, walking Stewart. And this, you would think, would be an obvious bunting situation, but we've talked about this a lot over the past few weeks, that managers around baseball in the National League, for whatever reason, have been taking off obvious bunt situations for pitchers, and that includes the Pirates. And here you have Garrett Cole, one of the top bunters in baseball, and he drops it down and he'll get it done.
Nicely done, wasting no time.
Taking advantage of the walk, putting runners at second and third.
And you always wonder, you know, it's early in the game, but Suter, at the first batter he faces out of the stretch. And, you know, like you said, it could be because of the runner at first, maybe, you know, thinking about him over there, or just not comfortable out of the stretch against the first batter.
You see the infield will play back. Pirates down a run, so Jordy Mercer a chance to tie it up even with a ground ball. '53 RBIs on the year. He's already surpassed his home run high. A dozen in 2014. Now 0-2.
Boy, 9 of 10 to all but Chris Stewart, a first pitch strike.
'53 RBIs, 6 shy of his career high set last year.
Shorten up, try to hit the ball on the ground. Jordy choked up a bit.
He's going to get the job done. Great approach. Jordy Mercer, 1-1 ball game.
So it's, you know, early in the count, maybe you're trying to drive the ball a little bit, get yourself a base hit, drive in 2, you get 2 strikes, and shorten up. Gets the curveball here, and that ball might have ended up in the dirt. Down and away.
High fives for Sean Rodriguez and Jordy Mercer. And now Jordan Luplow with the runner at second. Tuno. Luplow now with 40 at bats in the majors. with 8 hits, pair of homers. Last time out for Suter, it was a relief appearance. And all of a sudden falls behind him 3-0 and forces Stephen Vogt out.
Well, the power from Luke Blow, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
some
really
tape
impressive.
measure stuff. Yeah, that's second one. It almost looked like he was out in front. You know, the ball was outer half of the plate.
I mean, deep over left center at
yeah, and then that
PNC
notch,
Park,
like
the notch.
7, 8 rows deep.
Three and one. Suter's 11th start, his 19th appearance. Andrew McCutchen on deck. So you know Luke Blow's going to see a strike. Stays full on the rookie.
That's the one thing about this cut fastball. It's obviously moving a whole bunch, and you know, and when it is running into a right-handed batter with that much movement, as a kid disappears behind the tarp for a souvenir, and it's almost like, how do you get the barrel to it without pulling it foul?
There's a fly ball down the line and left, but that's going into the seats. Example there.
I mean, there were a couple lefties back in the day that you knew they were throwing cutters and you knew they were coming in. Al Leiter, Mike Hampton, you know, and
just constant, right?
Yeah,
pound,
just trying to get the barrel out there, and you know, hard to hit it anywhere but to the left of the shortstop.
A little flare into right field, though, for Jordan Luplow. Going to give the Bucks the lead. Stewart scores from second. Luplow, his 8th ribby. 2-1 Pirates.
Boy, and fighting it off, and it's just another cutter. Look at the location of this one. I mean, it's right down the middle, but still, it didn't get the barrel of the bat, which is a good thing because it took longer to get out there to the right fielder Santana, which allows Chris Stewart, who's going on contact with 2 outs, able to come around and score easily.
Andrew McCutchen struck out in the first. Lines this to left field, and that's headed toward the wall. Settles down at the base of the wall, so Luplow into third, the double by McCutchen.
And that's a case of the double being hit too hard. Andrew McCutchen hits it right on the button. It gets to the wall so quickly. The left fielder Ryan Braun able to get to it and get it back in. High fastball. You see Braun just going to a spot, not wasting any time. So even with 2 outs on a double, Jordan Luplow had to be held up.
26 doubles for Andrew McCutchen. Derek Johnson, the pitching coach, want to talk with Suter. Breezed through the first 6 batters, and then Sean Rodriguez, first pitch swinging, grounded it inside the first base bag. And then Suter working from the stretch, walks Stewart, sacrifice bunt for Cole. Mercer did the job on a 1-2 pitch to get the ground ball to bring home the tying run. Luplow and McCutchen with hits, and now David Freese.
We showed Craig Counsell already looking at the lineup, trying to think, you know, with Suter, who hasn't started in a month, figure he's limited pitch count wise.
On strikes. Pirates take a 2-1 lead. Two-1 going to the bottom of the third inning in Milwaukee, and Jordan Luplow, the rookie, picks up an RBI. Allegheny Health Network injury update. Check in on the Indians. They're going to be getting Andrew Miller back, their ace reliever, through a simulated game yesterday. He should be back soon. Missed some time this year, tendonitis in the right knee. But they have not needed Andrew Miller during this incredible streak. They lead 1-0 at home over the Tigers in the fourth inning. Francisco Lindor hit his 30th. They have won 19 in a row. And a base hit for Keon Broxton to begin the bottom of the third.
Garrett Cole going with the breaking ball, the curveball, left it up.
How about this? Craig Counsell pinch hitting. Going to go to the bullpen early. Jeremy Jeffress. Knows how important he thinks this game is.
Well, you figure it's a spot start for Suter. They have plenty of guys in the bullpen. In September, you could do this sort of thing.
Brett Phillips pinch hitting for Suter. Broxton has 19 steals. Cole has done a better job, well, really since maybe the first month of the season in the running game department. Overall numbers still not impressive in terms of what the opponents have done against him. 15 steals in 16 attempts. They're not attempting to steal very often over his past handful of starts. 1 ball, 1 strike on the pinch hitter. Broxton 19 out of 25 in the stolen base department. Brett Phillips hits for Brent Suter. Phillips a rookie. There goes Broxton. Line to the left. First and second.
Hard to tell if it was a hit and run or not. But that's fastball down in the zone, middle of the plate. Hit it so hard. Well, it's straight steal because Broxton doesn't look in until after he hears contact.
Two on, nobody out. Sogard, whether just showing bunt, they're actually going to follow through with this idea.
No, if he's trying to bunt for a hit and he gets it down the third base line, it's a win-win situation. Now a favorable count at 2-0. You figure, you know, one-run game. Sogard with some wheels. If he can get down a good bunt down the line, worst thing happens, they throw him out in second and third. Best case scenario, you got the bases loaded, nobody out.
And 3-0 now on Eric Sogard. Pirates pitching coach Ray Searage.
A 3-0 count. They're really worried. Broxton's not going anywhere. You know, Broxton probably knows that Sogard's most likely taking in a 3-0 situation. See there, even Broxton, he shortened up his lead even further. He didn't have much of a lead before.
And now, bases loaded, no one out, a walk on 4 pitches. Neil Walker. Walker in his 24th game with the Brewers. This is 21st start since joining the club. August the 12th from the Mets.
Pull comes right at Neil Walker. Pretty good numbers with the bases loaded.
Walker spent some time on the disabled list this year with a partial tear in the left hamstring. Missed a month while with the Mets.
From 93 to 98. Guessing a two-seamer took a little off maybe Garrett Cole on the first pitch of the at-bat, and then reared back and got the second one upstairs and by him.
Walker hitting .268 in 23 games with the Brewers. 3 homers, 8 runs batted in. See the situation. Broxton, Phillips, Sogard the runners. Struck him out looking.
That's a big pitch from Garrett Cole. Obviously, you got bases loaded, nobody out. You're looking for a strikeout. He gets ahead of Neil Walker and tries to throw the backdoor breaking ball, but he starts him off again. Like it took almost like a batting practice fastball. Took some off, then he added to go upstairs at 98. The slider fouled off. He's in on the inside part of the plate, and the curveball, it's not exactly where he wanted to throw it, but it backdoored to the very end, just catching the outside edge.
Now it's Ryan Braun. And that's going to be a tough one to turn. They'll get one. And it's a 2-2 ball game. Nice play by Mercer to Rodriguez for the force. Braun picks up the ribby that scores Broxton. Sogard erased.
Well, that's what you're trying to get, a ground ball. Unfortunately, not right at an infielder. Jordy had to go away. Sogard trying. You don't see this very often on a force play. A base runner diving head first. Sogard, he knew for sure that's not a double play ball, so he figured he'd just go all out and try to beat the throw.
Two-two. Runner goes from first. Nobody even covers. Pirates just basically giving him the base. Apparently Braun given a stolen base on that. And now an intentional walk.
Yeah, that's the risk you make. I mean, I'm sure Craig Counsell was figuring the Pirates wouldn't throw down, so they send Braun, unless Braun did it on his own. But that's the problem. Braun gets second base, first base open. Craig Counsell doesn't get to see his biggest producer swing a bat.
Domingo Santana with 69 ribbies, 24 home runs, struck out his first time up. Santana, the Brewers on base percentage leader, and has scored the most runs on the club.
Didn't like that pitch. See why.
To left and fair. Going to score a couple. And Shaw almost ran into Ed Cedar, the third base coach, and David Freese, if he was any closer to the bag, would have had a shot perhaps at Shaw. Instead, it's a 2-run double for Domingo Santana.
Yeah, these at-bats are game changers. Obviously excitement in the Brewers dugout because, you know, bases loaded, 2 outs, leaves a breaking ball up, inner third of the plate, just inside that foul line. Ball bounces out. Thought for a moment that Ed Cedar was going to send Schaub, but he realized he's in the way. No contact made. The late stop sign.
So 4-2 Brewers. Santana 71 runs batted in, second on the club behind Shaw in that department. And now Eric Thames, who homered on an 0-2 pitch. There's Thames' 6th home run since the All-Star break, hit 23 prior to the Midsummer Classic.
Boy, he'd have an easy RBI if he knew how to bunt or even thought of it.
Yeah.
In fact, if he would have tried to bunt and bunted it hard, he could have had 2 RBIs.
Yeah.
Get it down the line.
Mark Antanasio is the owner of the Brewers on the headset there, talking to Brian Anderson and the other Rock, Bill Schroeder, former big league catch color analyst for Brewers TV. Talking about this club fighting for a division title or postseason play. They're 4 back in the wild card, 2.5 behind the Cubs in the Central. In shallow right, a play made, but an infield hit. Here comes the second run to the plate, and out there as Jose Osuna does a heck of a job to fire toward the plate, but hold everything. They're quite possibly going to challenge the call at the plate, as Rodriguez made a sensational stop, but didn't get a quick throw off from shallow right.
This is a hard hit ball, an 0-2 pitch, and very aggressive here, trying to come around the score here with Santana. And it didn't even look like he was running hard, but boy, he may have hit the plate before that mitt got a piece of him. And everybody watching from behind thought for sure he was safe.
And in the meantime, Ben Potenziano going out to check on Sean Rodriguez, and they are not going to challenge. So the Brewers get 1 on that hit. It is 5-2 Milwaukee.
It's time for the Toyota all-wheel drive RAV 4th inning. Toyota, what drives you?
Well, it's 5-2 now, Milwaukee. Ringo Santana, a couple of ribbies, and could have easily scored a run. Tried to go in standing up, and Jose Osuna taking that throw from Rodriguez and then gunning to Chris Stewart, and they decide not to challenge. There's a different angle. Look at him slowing down.
Yeah, he was like not even running hard, which is bizarre.
I mean, really slowing down. Watch the play Rodriguez makes to knock it down. And then Osuna, a bullet to the plate. The new pitcher is Jeremy Jeffress. Ben Potenziano, the assistant trainer, went out to check on Sean Rodriguez. Santana now at second base. Ed Cedar waves him home. He kind of slows down.
How do you not run fast? We've been talking about this a lot this year, but this team's in a playoff race, and you know, I could see maybe. No, I can't see not going. It just doesn't make sense. I don't get it. I was going to say maybe going in the third, you're not expecting to get waved because the guy makes the catch or whatever, but he's already waved.
Once you're
and then
waved,
he slows down.
Once you're waved, how can you not be busting it like nobody's business?
Yeah.
And then to see him kind of slow down at the end.
Well, that's a nice break for the Pirates.
Yeah,
but,
would be something if the Pirates end up winning this game by a run, you know?
Sure. Oh, they're still hitting.
Yeah. Jeremy Jeffress was their closer. And he's got Osuna looking. And again, this look kind of slows down there at the end. Even on the slow motion replay, you can see the way he kind of slowed down.
Yeah, don't get it.
That guy always hustled.
Yes,
Greg Counsell. Polanco popped up in the second against Brent Suter, who goes 3 innings, gives up 2 runs on 2 hits. Jeffers was traded to Texas last year after saving 27 games. He was dealt to the Rangers August the 1st, along with Jonathan Lucroy. And recently dealt back to try and help this Brewers bullpen. Corey Knebel, after Jeffers left, became the closer, so Jeffers pretty much a setup man now, but called upon in the 4th inning.
I figured Gregory should get a fastball to hit here.
Ames will lead Jeffers.
Second baseman, number 3, Sean Rodriguez.
So I still contend that, you know, the Pirates say that Polanco is not holding back. I think he's been very careful with that hamstring. think we just saw an indication of it there. Sean Rodriguez the other way toward the line. Foul. Rodriguez singled to start the third.
You see him moving that left arm around, and you talked about Rodriguez maybe on that diving play a little banged up. Looked like he kind of maybe landed a little awkwardly on that left shoulder.
Well, that's the one that was surgically repaired. Todd Tomczyk is the head trainer. That's the one involved in the car accident. Doctors claimed it would keep him out of playing baseball all year. So he went down hard on that left shoulder. Came out to check on him, and again the play at the plate. Francisco Cervelli still on the disabled list. No indication if and when he'll return. It's been pretty much a lost season. I mean, not entirely, but Cervelli on the DL enough. Ended up playing in only 81 games, if indeed he is done for the year. We talked about it with Neil Huntington on one of his radio shows recently, that fair or not, players are labeled injury prone based on the track record in the big leagues. And they said, Neil Huntington said, we were willing to take the risk when we signed Francisco Cervelli to the long-term extension. And there is ball 4 as Jeffers walks Rodriguez. And so it's been frustrating for the Pirates, no doubt, and for Cervelli himself, that he's not been able to play more often.
Yeah, and you always wonder, I mean, especially guys with pulled muscles and such, you know, why is it? You know, obviously foul tips off the face mask or helmet, concussions, I mean, you can't avoid that. But yeah, is it bad luck? What is it?
Some players just, for whatever the reason or the reasons, hard to stay on the field. And they get that label. It's just the way it is. He has just been injury prone throughout his career. Strike was called. Stewart a little bit surprised by it.
Yeah, they didn't say a whole lot, but the quizzical look on his face as that pitch on the inside edge, top of the zone.
Jeffers, since coming to the Brewers, his return visit, struggled against American League opponents with the Rangers. 5.31 ERA in 39 games. His ERA in 13 games is just 3 with Milwaukee, but he has walked 10 batters in 15 2/3 innings.
Oh, you can see it in this inning. He doesn't want to throw strikes. He's looking for chases. A whole bunch of split-fingered fastballs to the first 3 batters this inning.
Cole would be next. He gave up 4 in the bottom of the 3rd. And that will be out of play. And a big shout out to Marge Norbit surprise birthday party for her. I know her husband Billy surprised her. They got a big party at the house watching us, so happy birthday, Marge Norbit. The Buccos will look to come back and make it 2 in a row.
Tyler Wayner got married today. He and Ashley V.
Off that.
Congrats to those guys overseas.
Overseas.
They ran away. Eloped.
So Dad not even there to attend the ceremony.
No.
How about that?
No, that's the plan. They went to visit some family over there.
Now, have you gotten word it's official? The ceremony has taken place.
I got a little video. I got
Okay.
some. I don't have the video of the actual ceremony, but
Okay.
they were dressed the part.
Okay. Congratulations, Tyler. And I'm sure they're watching us on some bar out near Rome.
I'm sure somewhere in Italy.
Pirate bar.
Yeah.
There is ball 4. And Mr. Blass is on the road, not Italy, but up in Keene, Connecticut, his hometown, having his annual fundraiser, the golf tournament. And congratulations to Steve and all the folks who participated as they raised money, $15,000, 12th year, Region 1 athletic field and the Little League field, the Steve Blass Little League. And there he is with John Moran, picked up a Steve Blass award after the golf tournament yesterday. Region 1 athletic field helping kids that are kind of out of the mainstream. And Garrett Cole will be the final out. A couple of walks, a strikeout, 2 left.
Diaz talking as Diaz has a night off. It's Twitter Tuesday here on AT&T Sportsnet. I'm Robbie. It's Mikowski, and Diaz was our guest, and he was asked by our good friend Demetrius Thorne. He made his MLB debut 2 years ago. How did the always creative Dean Traynor, the former manager of the Indianapolis Indians, tell him that he got the call?
He called me to his office. When he called me, I just started to jump around the clubhouse because I know that they're going to the big league. So I say, oh, my dream is coming true. So I was so happy.
And that dream came true right here at Miller Park 2 years ago. He made a pinch hit appearance for his first time in a big league uniform, appearing in a big league baseball game, Greg. And Miller Park is a little bit special for a lot of guys. Dan Runzler mentioned it last night. He made his big league debut, and obviously last night pitched for the first time in almost 5 calendar years. Same thing for Stephen Brault. Big league debut came here at Miller Park, and same thing for Elias Diaz, who's a pretty funny guy tonight on Twitter Tuesday.
Yeah, he's always smiling. Elias Diaz, who said Robbie has learned a lot in a short amount of time because he wasn't catching much at all until, again, just recently, and now he's almost Well, he's the starting catcher now exclusively, except for apparently when it's Cole. Even Nova used him the other day on Sunday. There's the Pirates transition from, we were just talking about Francisco Cervelli. You could see a situation where Diaz becomes the starter next year, and Cervelli kind of grooms him. Doesn't catch as often. Maybe that's a way to kind of keep him healthier as Vogt goes down on strikes. And that's the kind of stuff he can certainly learn from right there. Even though he's not playing tonight, hearing an experienced catcher. Diaz and Francisco Cervelli, a couple of native Venezuelans.
It's such an interesting thing in this day and age with all the technology and the information as far as, the role of a catcher. And I mean, they have pregame meetings and they go through the lineup and how to approach that lineup. And then, sure, I mean, you don't want to have a catcher back there if the pitcher's constantly shaking and not on the same page. I think that's a thing. But, a pitcher executes his pitches.
It shouldn't matter who.
Yeah, I don't believe it should matter that much. I really don't. I think, there are times where I know they even have stats as far as pitch framing and getting more strikes because of the framing. That'll play some part into it, but I believe if pitchers execute and are able to execute the game plan and make the pitches more often than not. I mean, with a guy like Garrett Cole and the stuff that he has, I mean, you think it rare error from Jordy Mercer. Ball Jordy kind of got caught on a little bit of an in-between hop. You see that ball, that's another thing I saw on the replay here on the scoreboard. That ball was hit right off the end of the bat. A lot of spin as well, but that ball just didn't come up as high as Jordy Mercer thought. And that was a little bit of a cue shot.
This is his 6th error of the year and 2nd in the past few days. We'll see what they asked Jeremy Jeffers to do in an obvious bunt situation. And this is a reliever.
First career plate appearance.
How about that? So definitely trying to bunt.
And you wonder how often do the relievers work on bunting? How much do they get to swing the bat? Well, he does
Very
have
own helmet, huh?
How about that?
First career plate appearance, he gets to use that helmet. On the anniversary when the Pittsburgh Pirates unveiled the batting helmet, or as they called it back in 1952 on this very day, plastic hats. And 2-2.
Plastic hats.
Plastic hats. Branch Rickey delivered those plastic hats to Boston. They're playing the Boston Braves on this day in 1952 in a doubleheader. Everybody wore them except for one guy. Couldn't find a plastic hat that fit. Catcher Joe Garagiola, the Pirates. The only one that was not wearing a plastic cap that day. The paper said even the Bat Boy had one. And runner goes. It's a strike, and it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Beautiful.
So Jeffers strikes out, unable to bunt, and on the pitch, Broxton is caught stealing.
By a mile. Quick release, strong, accurate throw.
For the fifth. That bottom half of the fourth ends with a strike him out, throw him out double play. Jeremy Jeffers, his first major league plate appearance, couldn't even offer at this for the strike three, and all just waiting for Broxton, who goes in standing up. Stewart gets the caught stealing.
Pitch was almost down the middle. I'm not sure why Jeffers didn't try to put it down, and yeah, Broxton, that's Brewers just not sliding tonight for whatever reason. But a good throw from Stu.
Domingo Santana was thrown out at the plate, standing up and even slowing down as he approached the plate. So it could be worse than 5-2. Let's see if the Pirates can do something here in the fifth inning off of Jeremy Jeffers. There's Domingo Santana.
With that good two-seam fastball, getting ahead with it, and likes to go to that split-fingered fastball, try to get the chase. And Jordy able to recognize, lay off.
Two and two.
And Jeffers, after his top of the fourth, walked a couple, had a discussion with Bruce Strickman on his way to the dugout.
Little tapper, bare hand try, and slapped it down rather than use the glove. Mercer reaches.
Yeah, much easier play if you use the glove. Ball that's bouncing after the bobble. They're unable to field it cleanly. No chance for Jordy. Jordy will take it. Little swing and bunt.
And we'll take that as Jordan Luplow collects his second straight hit, first and second with no one out. We'll bring up Andrew McCutchen, who doubled last time up. And we'll get to our Barrel Automotive team leader stat, the visiting players who have hit the most home runs here at Miller Park all time. Andrew McCutchen last night at his 20th. Albert Pujols has hit 19. The former Brewer, Ramos Ramirez, hit 17 as a visitor. Ball one. Down 3. And Jeffers again, those control issues.
Now Andrew with a good count. See if we'll get a fastball over the plate. Not to Andrew's liking at 95.
So Oliver Drake starts to loosen in the pen for the Brewers. Chasing 2-2.
I usually see Andrew, looked like a fastball, had some movement, but was well off the plate away. You don't normally see him swinging a fastball away off the plate.
Three and 2 on McCutchen.
No surprise Jeffers once again going to that split. I mean, he throws it a bunch, but he doesn't throw it in the strike zone, and the guys don't seem to be fooled by it because he really hasn't had many swings.
Gets him.
Well, he went to it again, 3-2. I think Andrew was expecting fastball. Put it a little higher in the zone that time. Borderline strike.
David Freese struck out both times against Brent Suter. Jeffers has now punched out a couple. He's walked 2. This inning began with a little infield hit by Mercer. Base hit to left by Luplow. And this is tap foul. Ball and a strike on Freese. And this call goes against Freese, Bill Welke. So Freese says, come on.
It didn't look, from where we're sitting, didn't look like much of an offer. Yeah.
From 2-1, instead it's 1-2. Two outs.
One more look at it from around the Brewers dugout area, and man, yeah, that's a hard one. I don't think he goes on that one.
Josh Bell going to pinch hit now for Jose Osuna, and out comes Craig Counsell, and he's going to go to the bullpen. Counsell went to the pen early. Brent Suter went just 3 innings. The starter, Jeremy Jeffers, goes 1 2/3. Now we'll see Oliver Drake oppose Josh Bell. The Pirates down 3 in the 5th. Outs. Oliver Drake comes on to face pinch hitter Josh Bell. And Point Park University Instagram. No, that's not true. Lone Pirates fan in Miller Park. Hallie's up there, but she's not the lone one in the ballpark. In fact, here's another one. Right next to the Euchre seat. Milwaukee for work, coincidentally. So are my Buccos. There he is. The iconic, the legendary Bob Uecker on the Brewers broadcasts. Now Oliver Drake.
Another guy that likes to throw some split-fingered fastballs. And the righty appearing for the 58th time, an ERA at 4.5, just above a strikeout per inning, 56 in 52 innings.
Pitched a scoreless 7th inning in last night's game. He did face Josh Bell and walked him. Bell bats for Jose Osuna. Last 31 games, Bell hitting .294. Just 1 out of 12 over his last 3. Bounced to Thames for the final out. Pirates will have 6 men on the last 3 innings. They trail 5-2. thing in Milwaukee. The Pirates are back home, take on these Brewers starting on Monday, and then the following weekend it's the Cardinals. And don't miss out on the final free t-shirt giveaway on a free shirt Saturday the 23rd. First 20,000 fans get a Pirates t-shirt thanks to PPG. You can go to pirates.com/free shirt Saturday for your tickets. Josh Bell remains in the game at first. And Eric Sogard at the top of the batting order against Cole. And to right field, and extra bases for Sogard. And he'll settle for a double.
In with a fastball, actually off the plate in. Sogard looked like he was sitting on it. Quick to the ball.
Cole now giving up 6 hits. Retired the side in order in the first, but after 2 were out in the second, the home run to Eric Thames gave the Brewers a 1-0 lead. Pirates took a 2-1 lead in the third, but 8 men to the plate for the Brewers in the bottom of the third inning, and scoring 4 times to take this 5-2 lead. Walker came to the plate with the bases loaded and no one out in the third inning and struck out looking. Ryan Braun grounded to deep short. Run scored on the out. After Braun stole second, the Pirates decided to intentionally walk Travis Shaw, and Domingo Santana foiled that strategy with a 2-run double. Hard to center. McCutchen with room. And Sogard going to move up 90 feet, so a productive out for Walker.
Well, he had to go upstairs to get that ball. That pitch was going to be up and out of the zone, and Walker getting enough of it to do his job.
Sogard at third with 1 out. Infield comes in, and here's Braun. Strike 1 on Braun. Two different stints on the disabled list this year.
He's had a couple good pitches to hit, but in the hole 0-2. Breaking ball. Looked like he got a piece of Chris Stewart, but he's okay. I think Derek Cole would be looking for a strikeout here.
It's going to go out of play.
That's another pitch. That's a good pitch to hit. You're down the count 1-2, and that was something off speed. I don't know if that was a changeup or just a slider, but in the zone up around the belt. Yeah, Garrett Cole with this situation, runner on third, less than 2 outs. Those are 3 pretty good pitches to bring that run home. But Ryan Braun able to do the job. Cole still with a chance to get out of this situation.
That just snapped. That's all that's left for Braun. There's the rest of it. Wow.
Came in with a 2-seam fastball. Yeah, not much left in the hands of Ryan Braun.
Watch out.
Miles per hour.
Foul.
It's amazing, guys that could do that. It's almost like just normal speed. It's, we've seen 94 to a couple of, at least one at 98, but 94 to 97 for the most part, and just hey, let's go to 100.
Wow. And then go to 99 outside to strike out Braun.
And sped up the bat. I think Ryan Braun saw that 100-mile-per-hour pitch and probably thought to himself, I better
gear up, huh?
I better gear up, turn it up a notch. And I said it about Andrew last inning. It's rare to see him chase a fastball off the plate. And Braun, too. I mean, the pitch was never in the zone.
Back, and now Shaw misses at 99. Another, and it's 0-2. They walked Shaw intentionally last time. Struck him out in the second. Bullpen for the Pirates starting to stretch a bit. Nice pick there by Stewart.
And all kinds of room over there at third for Sogard. I mean, he came almost halfway down the line with David Freese playing essentially shortstop.
Popped it up. Stewart. Nice effort, but out of play.
Maybe if that net wasn't there.
One ball, 2 strikes on Shaw with a runner at third and 2 outs here. And a called third strike. It is 5-2.
AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're gonna make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates trail by 3, go to the 6th. Middle game of the series with the Brewers. Travis Shaw strikes out to end the 5th. Back-to-back Ks, Braun and Shaw. 7 strikeouts now for Cole. Oliver Drake got Josh Bell to bounce out, ending the Pirates' 5th inning, and now Polanco.
Facing this very unorthodox Drake. 2 straight split-fingered fastballs to get ahead. And he reaches back.
Way back. Oliver Drake, picked up from the Orioles, 43rd round pick of the Orioles back in 2008. And the third baseman.
Hey,
Wow, boy.
Polanco.
Yeah, he was flying down there in that play. Well, maybe Miami feeling pretty good. Shaw had to move to his left, and Polanco busting it down that line.
Or you wonder if maybe somebody said something to him.
Yeah.
He grounded out to first, and he barely got to the bag. Maybe essentially a race with the pitcher to the bag.
Right.
And he didn't run hard at all. So maybe told to turn it up a notch.
This guy turns it up a notch. Jared Hughes coming in.
Copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Brewers up by 3 as Craig Counsell, the Milwaukee manager, working this bullpen. Brought in Oliver Drake to get the last out of the 5th, the first out of the 6th, and now Jared Hughes against Sean Rodriguez.
ERA just under 3.5. 59th appearance.
Single and a walk for Sean Rodriguez against 2 different pitchers. Hughes came on last night and got Rodriguez to hit into a force play. Got a couple ground balls, then an intentional walk. And line to right. And Santana almost embarrassed to have that ball go over his head. Instead, leaps up to make the play on the line drive.
It's always the tough one that's hit right at you. You know, you have to usually have a good first step, and I thought it burned him. I didn't think he had a chance of catching this. This ball was hit extremely hard, turned around a little bit.
Well, he needed all 6'5" of that frame.
Yep.
Domingo Santana. That is a big catch. The second out. Now Chris Stewart. Strike one. See the V.I. Strong he wrote on the cap. Santana was born in the Dominican Republic but was raised in St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands, and of course that area really devastated by Hurricane Irma. Santana offensively, a big two-run double in the third. Thrown out at the plate later in that inning. Originally signed by the Phillies out of St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands in 2009. One ball, two strikes. Now 2-2 on Stewart. Cole on deck. Edgar Santana in relation to Domingo.
Breaking ball, a rare breaking ball from Jared Hughes.
It's possible if Stewart reaches that they would go to a pinch hitter. Talking to Stephen Brault about that two-run single last night. His first RBIs in the major leagues. He was a pitcher and an outfielder in his college days at Regis University, that Division II school in Denver, so he could swing the bat. And he said there's just nothing like it. He said, because, you know, I'll never deliver a walk-off hit in my career unless it's like 26 innings. So I said, that's a good point.
Yeah.
He said, so that feeling standing there, but it was kind of neat to do it off my good buddy Jared Hughes. I said, did you say anything to him? He said, no, he's kind of crazy. 6-3 on the putout. 1-2-3 go the Pirates as we head to the bottom of the sixth. And Domingo Santana will be leading off the bottom of the sixth. Brewers lead going to the bottom of the 6th inning. You see Stephen Brault, talked about that a few moments ago, made history with his RBI single last night, his first 2 in the big leagues. And we check out the day automotive this day in Pirates history. 1985, Bucks beat the Cubs 10-2. 3-run homer from R.J. Reynolds. Mike Brown added a solo homer, and Donnie Robinson hit a grand slam. The pitcher also pitched 2 scoreless, earned his 3rd save in relief of Rick Rhoden, who went 7 strong. Garrett Cole facing Domingo Santana. We mentioned earlier that this is the day also that the Pirates unveiled the batting helmet, or as they called it, the new plastic caps. Branch Rickey and others designed new protective batting helmets, caps. Charlie Muse was very much involved in that design. Worked for the Pirates at the time. 0-2 the count. It was also on this day the Pirates split a doubleheader in 1952 with Boston. Won 8-1 in game 1. Ralph Kiner hit 2 homers to give him 36 on the year, as Santana drops one into right center.
Whoa.
Stumble. And one of the sausages.
Yeah, I think that's Italian.
Is it?
Mud on the face.
Give him credit. He got up and finished it.
I tell you what, I mean, it's
Courageous.
on a fight.
Yes. Beefy.
That's about as fast as Santana run to first, by the way,
That's
on that
right.
single.
Yep.
You know,
No desire to try and stretch that into a double if McCutchen had misplayed that at all.
I mean, the ball was headed for the gap. I
Yeah.
mean, they had to go both. Polanco and McCutchen had to go a long way, and so I watched Santana go to first, and barely got.
Just got there. Just got there. Ball on the strike on Thames, who has homered and singled 2 ribbies. One and two, just to finish up the this day in Pirates history from September 12, 1952. The Pirates splitting a doubleheader in Boston against the Braves. Of course, Boston would move to Milwaukee in 53, but on this day in 52, Pirates win game 1 8-1. They lose 16-0 in game 2 as Ernie Johnson pitches a 5-hitter. Ernie Johnson, pitcher for the Boston and Milwaukee Braves from 1950 to 1958. He would become a color commentator on Braves baseball. His son, Ernie Johnson Jr., longtime play-by-play man on TBS for baseball and basketball. 2-2 on Thames. '98, still 2-2. First year with the Braves, with the Brewers. Eric Thames. After some years in Korea.
Good slider there under the hands, breaking off the plate.
Number 8 for Cole.
Starts it off on the inner half of the plate. That ball just kept running in.
So Thames 2 for 3 with a homer and an RBI single. Indians up 2-0. The 8th inning. Scores Brought to you by Point Park University. Cubs and Mets tied up at 1. Game at Wrigley. In fact, the Cubs just tied it up on a squeeze bunt by Jose Quintana. 1 ball, 1 strike. Correction, 0-2 on vote. The Cardinals leading 8-1 over the Reds.
Ooh. Cole wanted it. No, he got it the first pitch. Why not the third?
But Domingo Santana, as big a guy as he is, and yeah, we have discussed the fact that he doesn't seem to have a lot of interest in really busting it all that much, but still, as big as he is, he has 12 steals in 16 tries. .6'5", 230. Well done. Nice reaction from the crowd.
Got in there pretty quick. Yeah, look easy.
Number 9. Last 4 outs and recorded via the strikeout for Cole.
Changeup fading away. Vote thinking it was going to be a heater. Way out in front.
Cole's in the top 10 in the strikeouts department. Now 177 on the year. He's 10th in the National League. Mentioned 30 starts. 187 innings. Anthony Swarzak getting ready. The pitcher spot on deck. Garrett Cole leads off next inning, so this will be it for him. Needing 1 more out, trailing 5-2. Gave up that 4 spot in the 3rd. Broxton single to start off that inning. Joey Cora, Tom Prince, third base coach and bench coach. And Cole looking to finish off strong with maybe a 10 punch-out performance, though trailing 5-2. He has struck out 10 batters only 1 other time this season. It was against the Brewers on July 19th. Did you see him stop at the top of his?
There was a little bit of a pause there,
that?
wasn't there? I'm not exactly sure.
Never seen that from him. Brought that front leg up and paused. 2-2. Struck him out looking. There is 10. Last 5 outs he gets himself strikeouts, but the Pirates trail 5-2. going to the 7th. And by the way, the Cardinals also leading. We mentioned earlier, Rob gave you the Cubs score. Cardinals have an 8-3 lead at home over the Reds in the 5th. Adam Frazier is going to pinch hit against a new Milwaukee pitcher. And a new catcher as well, Manny Pena, new battery entirely.
A little double switch. And Swarzak, a pretty good year there. 6 wins, 3 losses, a .233 earned run average, 65 2/3 innings worked, and 60 appearances, 80 punch-outs. Opponents hitting just .213 against them.
They made a few additions to the roster, especially the bullpen. Garrett Cole done for the night, and pacing. Frazier, the pinch hitter. Good numbers off the bench. Oh, he can just hit.
Yeah.
Adam Frazier can just hit.
Took the words out of my mouth. I'm just, man.
We've talked about how, you know, in essence, Starling Marte and Jung Ho Kang kind of sabotaged the Pirates season because of what they did. For different reasons, but you know, unfortunately, that guy gets hurt twice, fluke hamstring injuries, one to each leg. You just wonder if he had had a chance to play every day.
Yeah, I mean,
how much better the offense would have been.
You see what he's done. I mean, he's scrappy. I mean, he did have a little bit of a slump
leading up to the All-Star break.
Right before the All-Star break, but he was hitting over 300 the entire time. His teammate David Freese saying this guy's going to win a batting title someday. Hits with runners in scoring position. Yeah, he can set the table. He can drive them in. I mean, as a part-time player, he's going to hit or drive in more than 50 RBIs, and that's hitting
something else
most of the time out of the leadoff.
Yeah.
Top of the order.
Yeah.
And so he's clutch, and he can hit lefties. Occasional homers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like, you know, Freddie Sanchez. I mean, it took a while before he got to play every day. Josh Harrison, it took a while before he got to play every day. It's almost like you get tabbed, oh, you're going to be a utility guy. And then, you know, you continue to hit and hit and hit, and an opportunity arises via injury or whatever. And then you prove that, hey, I could do this every day.
One and two. Josh Harrison out with the broken finger the rest of the season. Swarzak gets Mercer. So the Nissan Road Ahead Pirates road trip continues tomorrow. It is Tyler Glasnow returning to the rotation against Chase Anderson. Coverage begins at 7:30. We'll see if Tyler Glasnow is a different pitcher this time around. Jordan Luplow with a couple of hits. Had the great record coming into this game of 8-0 over his last 9 road starts. Pirates are going to have to come back here down 3 in the 7th in order to keep Cole's record unblemished. Going back to June 2nd away from PNC Park.
Cardinals with the big night, 2 RBIs. We always talk about those moments. They stole second base back in the third. Travis Shaw was up, so the Pirates intentionally walked him. I got the feeling Garrett Cole wasn't too happy about that. Gave up a double with the bases loaded and 2 outs to Santana. Then Thames followed with a single. Those 2 at-bats lead to 3 runs. That's the difference in the ballgame.
Swarzak acquired from the Chicago White Sox. Picked him up July 26th. A deal for a minor league outfielder. Luplow caught looking, 2 away. Andrew McCutchen now 1 for 3, doubled in the third. 2 outs. And today, baseball released all the schedules for all the teams. Some of the highlights for the 2018 Pirates season. They begin in Detroit March 29th with an interleague series, and they start at PNC Park against an American League club. That'll be a first in Pirates history. April the 2nd is the home opener against the Twins. The Pirates are playing the American League Central and Interleague next year. Ball 1. Again, the Pirates have never opened on the road against an American League club and had their home opener against an American League club.
Back-to-back years opening up in American League City.
Boston this year.
Andrew usually doesn't say much. A lot of times when a call goes against him, he just turns towards his dugout, shakes his head. That's a head shaker.
Yes, it is. Two strikes on McCutchen. David Freese struck out each of his 3 times to the plate. McCutchen will be retired on the force at second. 7th inning stretch. 5-2 Milwaukee.
AT&T Sportsnet is brought to you by Barrow. Visit our brand new Kia showroom in Wexford. More vehicles than ever at the very best prices. And by LeViz, the official furniture and mattress supplier to the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the best quality, service, and value, shop LeViz. Let's go Bucks!
It is 5-2. Brewers lead. Here Cole gave up 5 in 6 innings. 7 hits, walked a couple. 1 was intentional and struck out 10 for the second time this season. Rookie Edgar Santana will face Manny Pena. Pena will get his first at bat, coming on that double switch. Third stint for Santana to the big leagues, and first pitch swinging Pena way up there. Shortstop Mercer. 1 out.
Just the 11th game. 9 2/3 innings of work. 14 punch outs. Impressive. 6 walks, a couple of homers.
Here's Santana, AAA Indy. Finished with 8 saves, 2.79 ERA in 44 games. So Edgar Santana in spring training. Hurdle remarked about that slider that, as he said, would take a left turn. 25-year-old from Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic. Low, 2 outs. Here comes Neil Walker, and bring the whole family. The final Kids Day of the season is September 24th. Pirates Cardinals 135, and all youngsters 14 and under will receive a 3/4 sleeve warm-up shirt thanks to StarKist. And before the game, you can visit the Family Fun Zone out on Federal Street. After the game, kids can run the bases. Lock in your seats to the final Kids Sunday on Sunday the 24th. Go to Pirates.com/kidsday. Cardinals so on the lowdown, leading 8-4 over the Reds in St. Louis, while the Cubs are up 4-2 in the 5th. Brewers trying to keep pace. Start the day 2.5 back of the Cubs in the Central, with the Cardinals 2 off the pace in the division. Cardinals 3.5 back of the Rockies in the wild card, and the Brewers 4 back in the wild card chase. Josh Hader looking as though he'll be coming on at some point in the 8th. Perhaps to pitch to Bell and Polanco. They're due up 2nd and 3rd.
You would assume with the double switch, Counsell planned on using his righty Swarzak more than just the 1 inning.
Again, David Freese leads off for the Pirates in the 8th. And a 4-pitch walk after a couple of quick outs. And now Ryan Braun. Braun got an RBI. His ground out in the 3rd and scored in that inning. Here's Santana, just his 4th year professional baseball. Didn't even start pitching till he was 19 years old.
That's crazy. Really amazing. Because mostly Latin American players, period, pitcher or otherwise, they usually get signed at 16.
Yeah.
Been playing their entire lives.
Fights that off, shallow right, and Sean Rodriguez with a catch and a tumble. The final out, the bottom of the 7th.
That's a beauty. That's a good break. That's a good angle. That's great timing.
That's great to see.
Yeah.
5-2 Brewers.
Here, the Buccos need a rally. 6 outs remaining. They trail in the top of the 8th inning. We've got good news coming out of Trenton, New Jersey. In the Eastern League Championship, the Altoona Curve defeat the Trenton Thunder by a 2-1 final in the series opener. They lead the best-of-5 series, 1-0. Brandon Waddell, the story tonight, 6 shutout innings, 5 hits, and 6 strikeouts. And get this, in Brandon Waddell's professional career, he has thrown 19 playoff innings and given up 0 runs. He was a 2015 fifth-round pick, from the Pirates out of University of Virginia. And tonight it was Mitchell Tolman with a single, Elvis Escobar as well, both driving in runs. Greg to lead all the offense. Best-of-5 series, Game 2 coming tomorrow in Trenton, New Jersey, the capital of that state. Hopefully the Altoona Curve can win their first Eastern League Championship since 2010. Here's hoping they do it. 2 wins away, guys.
Yeah, good luck for sure. Congratulations to Brandon Waddell. Stan Kiles, the AAA pitching coach. Indy had an outstanding year. They got to the postseason, the National League playoffs. 1-1 on David Freese, 3 strikeouts. Now facing Anthony Swarzak. Josh Bell on deck, and then Gregory Polanco. Might see Jack Leathersich make his Pirates debut, picked up from the Cubs. We'll try and do something here in the 8th because Corey Knebel is outstanding. He's got 34 saves. Unscored upon in 21 of his last 22 appearances. He's converted each of his last 18 save chances. Strike was called by Bruce Dreckman.
Just above the knee, down the middle.
Right at the shortstop, Sogard. Your breakout MLB season is on Nintendo Switch. RBI Baseball 2017 filled with fast-paced pick-up-and-play MLB action packed with all your favorite teams, players, ballparks, and much more. Get RBI Baseball today for Nintendo Switch. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Speaking of switch, looks like another double switch for Craig Counsell. He's going to go the lefty Hader. And we'll be back to see if the Pirates can do something against the lefty. Down 5-2. Now at shortstop, this 5-2 Brewers lead with 1 out. Pirates hitting in the 8th, and moving from short to second goes Eric Sogard. So Neil Walker out of the ball game. Josh Hader.
ERA just under 2. Punch outs impressive. 49 and 36 in a third innings. Opponents hitting just 154 against him.
Made his big league debut in June. Made 12 starts for AAA Colorado Springs. Picked up from the Astros, part of the Carlos Gomez deal in July of 2015. Bell pinch hit in the 5th inning and bounced out. Stayed in the game to play first. Haterade. Two and one. Brewers bullpen. ERA of 4.06.
Yeah, you can tell that ball is lively as it comes through the hitting zone. Now, there's been a couple of pitches that pretty close to the strike zone, but the way they were caught by Pena, it didn't look like they're anywhere near the strike zone. Fastball at 96, challenged Bell. And Pena, he just goes to setting up right down the middle. No corners. You know, they got a 3-run lead. Let's not try to mess around and try to be perfect.
.23 years old, Hader. Facing another rookie in Josh Bell and checking in on Bruce Dreckman. Pop them up. Domingo Santana. Two outs in the 8th. Corey Knebel is up. Craig Counsell checking in on that bullpen. Like he was saying right here. No, not yet. If Polanco reaches, then we're going to bring in Lee Tunnell, former Pirates pitcher. He's their bullpen coach. Polanco starting against the lefty Brent Suter and popped up against him, grounded out against the righty Jeremy Jeffers, and last time up he bounced out against Oliver Drake.
A rare slider. It looks like it may get out of play. But yeah, Hader is all about challenging, and he likes that fastball. He throws it almost every pitch, over 83% of the time.
Josh Hader was originally signed by the Orioles. Takes care of Polanco. Bullpen doing the job for Craig Counsell, shutting down the Pirates. Shots from our Allegheny Health Network Super Mo as we check out this score 5-2. The Brewers trying to even this series. And again, they're watching that scoreboard. Cardinals leading 10-4 in the 6th inning over the Reds in St. Louis. Chicago Cubs are leading 5-2 in the bottom of the 6th. And here's a former Cub, Jack Leathersich, who made his final appearance for AAA Iowa September the 1st. Cubs designated him for assignment the next day. He went home to Beverly, Massachusetts. Kept throwing just in case. 2 days later, the Pirates claimed him off waivers. Here he is. Travis Shaw now.
Pretty good numbers in the minor leagues this year.
Two-0 on Shaw. 0 for 2 with an intentional walk. Ball and a strike.
And it's kind of weird. You never see a foul ball hit there.
No.
Where he hit that. You know, I mean, it's like, we know this from spring training, and we're close, and we have to keep an eye on foul balls. You know, lefties are never going to hit it behind them like that. That was strange.
Highly unusual to see a ball there. Leathersich, who's mom's side of the family from Pittsburgh. A couple years ago, Tommy John surgery, and he walks Shaw to begin the bottom of the 8th. That Indians score you just saw, they did it again.
It's amazing.
This is unbelievable. 20 in a row for the Cleveland Indians. Longest streak since the 2002 A's won 20 straight. The record, the 1916 New York Giants won 26 in a row. That includes a tie, part of a 27-game stretch. Someone in the truck said the last time that man shaved was the last time the Indians lost a game. That's how long their winning streak has gone.
That man may not have shaved since that Oakland A's streak.
Yeah, 2002, right. 2-0 on Santana. 3-0. Straight call, 3-1 now.
Another good one.
Yeah. Won't say that that's going back to the 1935 Cubs streak of 21 in a row. There's a fly ball toward left and drops in front of Luke Lowe.
Ball running in off the plate and got jammed a little. It's the only reason it didn't carry out to Luke Lowe.
Ray Searage out. Talk with Leathersich, who 2 years ago appeared in 17 games with the Mets, the team that drafted him. Now the University of Massachusetts Lowell. He's a 5th-round pick. Made one appearance out of the bullpen this year for the Cubs. Been Alfredo was talking last week when the Pirates brought up a handful of arms, including that one, Johnny Barbado, that they were looking for maybe some lefty help out of the bullpen to help with left-handed hitters. We haven't heard the Pirates talk about that in a long time. They've said forever that they want guys that can get hitters out from both sides of the plate. But they have been challenged, as they say, against lefty hitters this year. Jesus Aguilar. Pinch hitting here.
And obviously not being able to command his fastball, you wonder if you go to something else just to throw a strike. No, he did. He tried to go with the changeup. That didn't work.
Batting for Thames, flies to center. Hutchins sets up for a throw. And the runner at second holds. And one out. And Orlando Arcia gets his first at bat.
Added a little on the velocity there, up to 92, up in the zone.
Jack Leathersich follows Edgar Santana. Garrett Cole went 6, gave up 5. Luplow. 2 outs. Shaw and Santana retreat. Arcia didn't miss that by much. Brings up Keon Broxton. It's kind of weird though, John. You're done your season. You figure you're going back home, and then a club picks you up. Well, you know that feeling. You were.
Oh yeah.
You thought you were done playing ball, right? For what?
2000.
You were playing softball.
Yeah, that was
right?
99. Well, there was twice I thought I was done playing ball, and ended up sticking around. Yeah, I played softball.
Double steal.
Interesting. Obviously, Shaw saw an opportunity, no one near him. Boy, yeah. Leathersich never looking back, so Shaw just took off.
And you see a guy like Shaw, 10 for 10 in stolen base attempts. Picking his spots. Sneaky. Domingo Santana now at second, so base hit. Going to end the possibility of a Knebel save situation. 1-2. It would take him out of the save situation, at least for the start of the ninth, if Broxton delivers. He started out that third inning with a base hit and scored one of 4 runs. Leathersich talked about how it took him a while to get his arm slot back after coming back from Tommy John surgery. And a strikeout. So a scoreless bottom of the 8th. The Pirates need to rally against Corey Knebel. Corey Knebel getting ready. Tomorrow, Pirates wrap up this series here on AT&T Sportsnet. Tyler Glasnow returns. Makes the start against Chase Anderson. Join us at 7:30 for Pirates pregame, presented by WB Mason. Bucks and Brewers. Tyler Glasnow there between Jameson Tyone and Trevor Williams. Make his second career start against Milwaukee. We find out why the first 2 games of the series are at 6:40 Central Time, and tomorrow 7:10. Anybody know the answer to that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not exactly sure. Knebel, 68 appearances, and he recorded a save in half of those. Aguilar stays in the game at first base. Hernan Perez out there in right.
Just look at their schedule. I guess all their Monday, Tuesday games are 6:40, and then Wednesdays are 7:10. Thursdays are 7:10, and Fridays are 7:10.
They're normally, like, usually getaway days are normally day games. It's the first time in a long time I can remember leaving here.
Yeah.
After a night game.
See what Sean Rodriguez thought of that call.
Another head shaker. Yep.
One out.
Fastball. Outer third.
Greg Holland of the Colorado Rockies has saved 40 games. The Dodgers' Kenley Jansen and the Diamondbacks' Fernando Rodney have 36 saves, and Knebel The 34. Starling Marte now pinch hitting for Chris Stewart. Greg Counsell went to his bullpen early. Been very aggressive with all the arms he's got available, and it has worked. Brent Suter went 3 innings, gave up 2 runs. He pinch hit for him in the bottom of the 3rd, and that paid dividends because Brett Phillips singled, putting runners at first and second. That was when the rally began.
Led the 4 runs. That was the turning point.
Jeremy Jeffers in line to get a W here, as he went 1 2/3 scoreless.
As a hitter, you don't want to face a different pitcher every time up, you know?
Right.
Especially the arms that are in the bullpen nowadays.
Half the Pirate hits were against the starter Suter, and Jeffers gave up 2 hits in 1 2/3. The only other hit, Anthony Swarzak, gave up a leadoff single to Adam Frazier in the 7th, the pinch hitter. Max Moroff. Marte continues to battle here against Knebel. Jaso on deck. We saw Max Moroff getting ready. Gets him to chase. Back-to-back Ks. 2 down.
Well, he kept fouling off the fastball, so Knebel decides to go to the curveball. And that's a good one in terms of break. And Marte fooled badly.
Eric Thames certainly contributed during the 4-run 3rd. Thames also homered for the 29th time. A solo homer in the 2nd. His RBI single in the 3rd. Brought in Travis Shaw. Domingo Santana. The big 3-hit game. 2-run double in the 3rd. Cubs are leading 7-2 in the 7th. Cardinals leading the Reds 10-4. Looking as though standings will look the same tomorrow, with the Cardinals 2 back of the Cubs and the Brewers 2.5 back. will do it. 5-2 final. 6 relievers. 3 hit the Pirates over the final 6 innings.
Yeah, bullpen was excellent for the Brewers. And they allowed a few base runners, especially in the 4th and 5th. The Pirates couldn't get the big hit. And on the other side, that 3rd inning, the Brewers able to come up with the big hits, leading to that big 4-run 3rd against Garrett Cole. And the bullpen holds it down for him.
Well, the Brewers even the series. Milwaukee wins its 76th game of the year. Pirates fall to 67 and 78. As Jeremy Jeffers, the second pitcher, following Brent Suter's 3. The second of 7 on the night, gets the win. Corey Knebel to save. Back to the studios, Robin T.